I made my daughters watch me spend money on their brother while they got nothing. My son Hunter and I are book people. We'll spend hours in indie bookstores just browsing, reading first chapters, discovering authors we've never heard of. It's our thing. My husband Vincent and our two daughters Jill and Susan are not book people. They're sports people. Every conversation is about basketball stats or who's signing where or what game is on this weekend. 3 weeks ago, we had to drive out to this shopping center about 30 minutes away to pick up Jill from a team dinner at Buffalo Wild Wings. The timing was perfect because there's this amazing indie bookstore in the same plaza. I told Vincent he could take Susan and just hang out in the sports bar, watch whatever game was on, and Hunter and I would browse the bookstore while we waited. Vincent immediately said no, said we should all go together, do something as a family. I pointed out that he literally hates bookstores. Last time we went to one, he stood by the door the entire time scrolling his phone and kept asking, "Are we done yet?" every 5 minutes. Susan's the same way. She's 10 and thinks reading anything that's not a text message is torture, but he kept pushing this family time thing. Fine, whatever. We get there, and the bookstore is incredible. It's one of those places with floor-to-ceiling shelves, a used section in the back, local author displays, and a cat that just walks around. Hunter's eyes lit up the second we walked in. The owner greeted us and mentioned they just got a shipment of graphic novels. Hunter loves graphic novels. Vincent immediately groaned loud enough for the owner to hear. "How long is this going to take?" "There's a game starting in 45 minutes. I suggested again that he and Susan could go literally anywhere else in the plaza. There's a sports bar, a pizza place, a Target. Hunter and I would stay here. Problem solved. Vincent looked at me like I'd suggested abandoning the family. We drove out here together. We're staying together. Hunter started browsing the graphic novel section. I found the poetry shelf. Vincent followed us around sighing. Susan sat on the floor by the door playing on her phone. Every few minutes, Vincent would say something. "Do you really need another book? How much is this going to cost? You know the library exists, right?" The owner kept giving us looks. I could tell she was trying to figure out if she needed to intervene. Then Hunter found this beautiful illustrated edition of a book he'd been wanting. It was $32. Not cheap, but it was gorgeous. Hardcover, signed by the author. He showed it to me, and I could see how excited he was. Before I could even respond, Vincent walked over and said, "Absolutely not. That's ridiculous for a book. Put it back." Hunter's face just fell. I looked at Vincent and said, "I'm buying it for him with my money." Vincent lowered his voice but made sure I could hear him. "You're spoiling him. He doesn't need every book he wants." I could feel my jaw clenching. We drove 30 minutes. He insisted we all come inside. I suggested twice that we split up, and now he's trying to police what I buy my son with my own money in a place he forced us to include him in. I took the book from Hunter, walked up to the counter, and bought it. Then I turned to Vincent and said, "Take the girls to the car. Hunter and I are staying. We'll text you when Jill's ready to be picked up, and you can come back and get us." Vincent stared at me. "Are you serious right now?" I said, "Completely. You clearly don't want to be here, so don't be. We'll be another hour, maybe 2. He tried to argue, but I just turned away and walked back to the poetry section. He stood there for a minute, then grabbed Susan and left. Through the window, I could see him sitting in the car, on his phone. Hunter looked at me, asked if I was sure. I told him I was absolutely sure. We stayed for another 2 hours. We browsed every section. The owner made us tea. Hunter found 3 more books, and I found 2. We sat in the reading nook and just read in silence for a while. When Jill texted that she was done, I texted Vincent. He pulled up, we got in, and the entire drive home was silent except for the post-game radio show he had on way too loud. When we got home, he waited until the kids went upstairs, then unloaded on me. Said I humiliated him. Said I was prioritizing Hunter over the family. Said I was teaching our son that it's okay to exclude people. I told him he excluded himself the second he started complaining in a store he insisted on entering. He's been sleeping on the couch for 4 days and telling anyone who'll listen that I abandoned him in a parking lot.